G'day trendsetters, and welcome to the headquarters of Alchemy Bicycles here in Golden, Colorado. They're expecting me, so let's walk on inside for a tour of the facility. Here be the showroom. This is a very spanky facility. And it's pretty tasty, I like.
Hey, I'm Bryce, Alchemy Bicycles. Welcome to our new factory. I know you guys are interested in all the gravel bikes that we offer. We've got the new Rogue that you guys saw at Sea Otter. Our new showroom makes it really awesome for everyone to be able to check things out. We're hoping to have a full fleet of demo gravel bikes available, so you can come out, check out a Ronin or a Rogue or a titanium Ronin or an E-Ronin for that matter, and ride them on the world-class trails that we have right outside of our showroom. So we've got the Ronin Titanium that you saw at Sea Otter. This is just gonna remain one of our perpetual show bikes because it's so pretty. Most of the reason that we moved into this new facility is so that we could have access to all these great trails and so that you could come down and ride things. So it's not only a better situation for you when you come to pick up your bike or when you want to try a bike, but it makes lunch rides a whole lot more fun for us. We've got the same Rogue that you guys also saw at Sea Otter, as well as a different E-Ronin than you saw, but same platform. So we're still moving forward with the Fazua system on our E-Ronin. Just makes for a really lightweight, capable bike. Decent enough gear range, but 29 pounds makes it a whole lot easier to lift onto your car rack. I'll give you guys a sneak peek at our production facility. This is what people come to see. This is where the magic happens. Jeff is our welder. He is currently laying down some round welds on what looks like a Atlas all-road. Jeff is a one-man show. He does everything from cold forming the tubes to mitering, welding, and finishing them. Jeff's just jamming out to some metal in his headphones. He can't hear anything. So most of this part of our facility is dedicated to the production. Yeah, old Bridgeports from the 50s. It'll outlive all of us.
It's commonly used blade machine ups in every single facility.
Yeah, for good reason, yeah. So we've got a few of those. This is where all the mitering happens. One of them set up for smaller things like seat stays, chain stays, bridges, and then the others set up for larger tubes. We do both the mitering for the titanium and the carbon frames on these machines. Behind it, you'll see the 12-ton hydraulic press. That's what we use to shape and cold form the tubes. We've got a tube bender over here. So Jeff gets all those clean S-bends and the stays all by hand. So it's all measuring, checking, and bending again till he's got the perfect shape.
That is some serious leverage.
Yeah.
Wow.
More old machines. We've got the lathe. This thing is twice my age, but still going strong. After that, titanium is a relatively straightforward production. You know, everybody pretty much does it the same way. It's going to be mitering those tubes, welding them together, and then whatever finish you like. So it's tube selection plays a really important factor, how we shape those tubes and how those tubes meet each other that generates that great ride quality. With carbon fiber, it's a whole lot more in-depth. It takes about 4 times as long to produce a carbon bike as it does a titanium bike. And we control every aspect of that production from start to finish here in this facility. These are all the molds for all the carbon bikes. So you can see these are the chainstays for the new Atlas. They are produced individually. This starts out as just research and development and a CAD drawing in our engineer's head. He puts that down on paper, or rather a computer program, and then he will transfer that into the CNC lathe, where we actually cut these molds. He will design a carbon layup schedule for how he wants each tube to behave. So the great thing about building tube to tube is that we can change the carbon layup from the chainstays in the bottom bracket from a very laterally stiff layup schedule, and then keep the top tube, seat stays a little bit more vertically compliant, so we can build a bike that's really, really responsive and really fast and still maintains a great amount of comfort all in the same platform. So we make the molds, we make the tubes, we build bikes, we all ride them, and then we decide together as a team what needs to be changed, how does it look, how does it ride, and then we can tweak that. We can cut a new mold, we can change the layup schedule as needed until we have something that we're really happy with. So that's one of the best parts of our job, is that we all get to ride prototype bikes and make sure that it's perfect for you guys when you get it. This is our CNC lathe, so we can program. This is what we use to cut all the aluminum molds. We take large blocks of billet aluminum and then we can turn them into the molds that you see that we produce the bikes with. Over here, these are all of the Arctos ready to go out to customers. So we've got them organized, we can just pull them, assemble them, and get them shipped out. In here is the carbon layup room. This is Brad's house. We've got a CNC plotter. This is a computer programmed cutting machine basically. It's a reverse hockey table. It will suck down the carbon sheets and then use a computer program to cut the pieces in the fiber orientation and the shape that we need them. From there, Brad's going to ply those together and then lay them into a mold that's pre-warmed. After that, this will get bolted together and go onto the heat press. The heat press heats those components up to about 260 degrees, hot enough for the material inside to firm up, and then we have a usable piece. So right over here is a Rogue bottom bracket shell that has not yet been heated. So this is all raw carbon. You can see that it's just stuck together. So we use a pre-preg carbon fiber. So it's got the resin structure inside of those carbon fibers, and because of that it's tacky, and we can basically apply them like stickers on top of each other in the orientations that we need them. We use latex and silicone bladders to inflate the carbon tubes, which is a more expensive method, but gives us extremely good compression and makes it so that we don't have any voids or wrinkles inside of our tubes. It means we have to throw away very few of them, and it means that you guys get a great riding product. There's Brad, he's our composite technician. He builds all the carbon bikes, and he is meticulous, so fear not. These are where we store the fully built tubes. So these have all come out of the heat press. They're in various stages of finishing. You can see this one is right off the press. It still has the flashing from the resin system on there. So this is just the excess resin that's inside of that pre-preg carbon fiber. This is what it looks like when it's been finished. This is sanded and ready to be overwrapped and then painted. So we try to remove very little material when we're sanding, just enough to give good adhesion for the next paint stage. This is a Rogue down tube, head tube, and top tube junction. The Rogue, we use a little bit of a different build process than the rest of our bikes, and you can see that in how these are all one piece. This is the reason why we cannot produce the Rogue in custom sizes, but also why it is less expensive and lighter weight than the Ronin. So we have less junctions that we need to bond together. Here is the bottom bracket and seat tube junction for a Rogue as well. So kind of the same process. We join this to a round tube at the top. We can cut this to length, so we can use this piece for all the different sizes of Rogues. So this is the paint booth. You're looking at the mixing wall right now. We can mix over 500,000 different paints with all of the additives and colors that we have on that wall.
Tasty.
That's a 10th anniversary Helios. So from a few years back, it was our Spice Red and Sunray Gold colorway. So you can really do anything you want in terms of paint. You can keep it really simple, or you can do some crazier stuff. This gentleman has elected to go for something very unique indeed. So we do all of our own paint in-house. We use PPG automotive paints. Basically, if you can dream it up, you can do it. We just had this brand new paint booth built. It's a lot larger than the last one, a lot more efficient, which our painter Phil is very happy about. Here is a Rogue that has a base clear coat on. This one's ready to be painted. You can still see the carbon layup underneath that clear coat. And this one will get Cerakoted.
Cerakote carbon. Okay.
You can Cerakote carbon. That teal Rogue that we brought to Sea Otter was a Cerakote.
Okay.
It makes a lot more sense on titanium because it coats the metal really well. It's exceptionally thin. With the carbon, we still need to do clear coats, so you're not saving a ton of weight, but it does have a really unique finish.
Sure.
So upstairs is our offices, our conference area, our kitchen. This is my dog Olive.
Hello, Olive.
She keeps us all company during the work week. We've got the Fit Studio in here. So we do a lot of custom bikes just because we have the capability to do so, mostly in carbon fiber, which is pretty unique for the industry. So we've got the retool system. We can get your fit dialed in. You can also work with a fit specialist in your area if you're not close by, and we can work with them to translate that into custom geometry for you. We appreciate you guys coming down for the tour. Check out alchemybikes.com. Thanks, gravelcyclist.com. We appreciate you guys.
My pleasure. So there you have it, a tour of inside Alchemy Bicycles here in Golden, Colorado. As always, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel for interesting content such as this. No bull gravel bike reviews, other product reviews, ride experience videos and general madness. As all of it is released to the channel. I'll see those blokes over there, they're really busy right now, in the next video.